everybody.
Hello.
Nice to see everyone. Welcome back. So, what you got for me?
So, Coach, how was your summer? I saw you doing a lot of card talks. I saw you doing a lot of development work with the players.
My summer was amazing. It's probably the best summer I've had with a group in 32 years of coaching. It was actually the joy of my week. They love being together. They love being in the gym. They love getting better. I think I enjoyed it probably even more than they did. So it was great.
That retreat looked like tons of fun. Tell us more about that.
The retreat?
Yeah, that you guys went on. How was it for the team bonding?
It was awesome. In fact, I was going to change it this year. I would have said, hey, do you guys want to go to Catalina? Or they're like, no, we want to go back to Santa Barbara because we had gone there the year before. I think it's a great balance of just silliness and fun and memories, and then getting deep and getting rooted in what our anchors are going to be and what are the potential distractions that we need to guard against. What are how are we going to define our continued growth in culture? And so, I'm not sure we could have asked for much more, honestly. It was awesome.
Coach, I wanted to ask you a little bit about recruiting. I mean, obviously, you lost the freshman class from last year, a team that you know well in USC.
Right.
You lost a couple of their freshmen. It seems like, is this just kind of like the nature of basketball now? Like, in what ways does it kind of maybe change your approach to recruiting?
Yeah, a lot, honestly. I think there's just a real shift in the landscape. It's actually changed how I'm affecting this particular class that I'm recruiting, the 26th class, because the days of some of them will be willing to wait their turn are over, I think. And so you have to recruit only kids that you believe can make an immediate impact, because it is very rare that they're willing to wait. So, because then what you're doing is you're paying kids that are just going to leave. And so it's really shifted my focus in terms of really strategizing and work with our assistant GM, Sam Skinner, about what does the puzzle look like, and we don't have a higher margin of error, because if you miss, they'll leave.
Can you talk about the newcomers and what you're hoping they will add?
Yeah, we have great newcomers, across the board. I mean, Lena right now, she's coming off a little bit of just a muscle strain, nothing serious, but she has been incredibly impactful. I mean, you don't score, 43 points in a FIBA U20 a world event and not be able to go get buckets. And she's someone that way. She's, arguably the number one player out of Europe, from Croatia, really long. She can get to her mid-range game really efficiently. She's shooting the three better and better. We need to get her to use that length on the defensive end a little bit more. But right now they're in the wide-eyed kind of stage. Sienna, obviously we played her some today, even at the 4. Playing her with her sister. Obviously Gianna has been a huge addition, spreading the floor. There's just every single person from Christina has played a really significant role, either in chemistry or either in really affecting a specific puzzle piece. So, for instance, we know that Lauren's going to get a double team or a triple team every time. Every time she touches it, she forces rotation from the defense. So to have someone like Gianna, who's one of the very few 50, 40, 90 players in the country, that changes the game offensively for us. So every single newcomer, I think, has really fit a need for us, and it'll be interesting to see. Today, Megan Grant, who's with softball, we do every other day. That's why she's not here right now. This is her day with softball. But even she has come in and just, she's added something I didn't predict, to be honest with you. And she's just been this incredible energy player, do whatever it takes for the sake of the team. And so really pleased with all the contributions.
Do you feel like you have a more complete team this year?
Yes. I do. I really think our staff, I give my staff so much credit, really addressing, okay, what did last year teach us in order to have the best chance to have a championship level team? What are the specific needs? And I definitely believe this is a more complete team than we had previously.
Coach, talk about Kiki Rice. I saw you get on her because she did take a shot. You want her to be more aggressive this year? You want her to score? Like, what's
I'm like, the gloves are off, baby. That's because I care about her and believe in her so much. I need her to be an absolute attack mentality. She has it. There's no one who spends more time in the gym than her. She has the skill set. She has them in her toolbox. And anytime she passes on using them, I have to hold her accountable to that. And she wants that. She invites that. But, Kiki's actually not fully cleared yet, so she sort of has a lot of limitations on her game right now, and actually that's why I took her out at the end of the scrimmage, because I just didn't want to take any chances. She's got about 2.5, 3 weeks until she's fully cleared. I think aggression is the first word I'm using with her on both sides of the ball, not just offensively. I need her to be more of a playmaker on the defensive end of the ball. And so she's doing a good job of that, but that's really important. But then I also think it's passing reads and timing and really controlling it with her IQ and her vision. That's the other thing we've been really focused on.
Do you have an injury update on Tamia?
She's doing great. She's right on line with the progressions. She's not cleared yet, but I think she's right about on schedule of what we thought. So we'll see. She's in that stage that as long as she keeps responding as well as she has been, we'll be right on track to get her sometime at the beginning of the year. We just need to wait to see how it responds. But she's doing really well.
Sorry, Charlize isn't a new player, but obviously having her back, what's that been like?
Incredible. First scrimmage we had last week, she had 11 assists and 2 turnovers. So, just that facilitation, maybe one of the best passing guards I've ever been around. She's just really, her vision, her feel of the game, her confidence, and our team really feeds off her confidence. One of the silver linings of her sitting out last year, she really focused on all the fine-tuning details of her shot pocket, her shot preparation with her feet, her tightening her handles. And now that she's coming back and adding to what she already had, I think she's playing her best basketball of her career.
How do you see the dynamic between her and Kiki kind of shaping up in the back?
Yeah, I think they're gonna play. They're gonna really help each other. They couldn't be any more different, and isn't that cool? That they can play together. And one's more of a downhill driver, gonna put pressure on the defense with her aggression and off the bounce. The other one is more of a surveyor, pass first kind of point guard. And isn't that great that they're both on our team?
You have so many players that could play big minutes anywhere in the country. So how important is that buy-in from 1 to 10? That could end up playing.
Yeah, I mean it's imperative. And I think, as much as I learned a lot last year, so did they. And I think that they understand what they have to protect. And they would be the first to tell you that there was a time from about end of January to beginning of March that we struggled with that all of a sudden worrying, am I going to get mine? And we talked about it as the scarcity mentality versus the abundance mentality. The scarcity mentality is when someone else gets more minutes, you're afraid, oh my gosh, that means less for me. But if you're acting out of abundance mentality of we get better every day, I make plays for my team, who cares whose night, it's all about winning. All of those things, there's an abundance of those opportunities. There's abundance of growth. There's an abundance of giving to your team. And if you can stay in that place, which is easier said than done, no question, but that will be the key to our success.
What's the biggest thing you guys learned from the way last season ended, and why would you say you're better because of that?
You don't have enough time for all the things that we learned. I mean, what is it like in the Final Four? In a normal year is way more distractions, and we learned from that. But last year was 10 times because you had to do NIL contracts the week before the Final Four. You had to do all these different things. Agents were very involved at that time of trying to figure out because the portal was open. So in the best of circumstances, I think we learned to really minimize distractions and what does that really look like and how imperative it is to do so. But just tactically, just the inches, when you play in that kind of environment, there's game slippage, and being able to see, oh my gosh, that it's so important to fight for that inch to make that pass right in the shooting pocket, because if you don't, we're not getting that shot off. So important that we have early help, that we continually talk, because that one missed assignment gives up a 3 for the other team. So all those inches, I think it really sears in your heart the importance of the details and the little things. And it's one of those things that we knew in our heads, but now we know in our hearts.
Do you feel like you guys are a better team heading into the season from that?
Well, not yet, but we have the potential to earn becoming a better team if we continue on the right track.
Coach, how important is it?
Let me go here and I'll come back.
Talk about hockey. How about the leadership? I saw her frustration the one that's taking initiative to talk,
Yeah.
talk about it.
Gabriela Jaquez, she's always been a worker, but I've been playing her at the point this summer, and she's played every position from 1 to 4. Her handle's tighter. The way she's shooting the ball has been spectacular. But probably what you said is most important is her competitive mentality and her willingness to say the hard things. And Gabriela Jaquez is really the backbone of our competitive spirit, and we don't go to the places we want to go without Gabs.
Player, how impressive is it? What goes into that? And what does that add?
I don't think I have been. I'm not sure, but I don't remember ever having a 50-90 player. There's a 50-40-90 player. I think 2 things go into that. One is absolutely relentless work ethic. I have to kick Gianna out of the gym all the time. I was just over there going, what does wisdom say today? Because she will be in before practice and come back later that night every single day if she's allowed to. And on the one hand, you love that, but on the other hand, you want her to have her legs the right way and train the right way, and recovery is important, but she has relentless work ethic. And then secondly, her basketball IQ is just really high. And so she's able to, her emphasis today was slowing down to read the defense. Her decision making, because of the space she creates, it allows her to be an incredible decision maker and to use her IQ. The thing I didn't know about her is what a great pick and roll passer she is. She's been elite with Lauren. Because of her efficiency and her way she scores it, it creates passing decisions that very few kids get. And so the combination of her decision making and IQ and her relentless work ethic, that means she's making a huge impact on her team.
Speaking of Gabriela Jaquez, we saw her give a little pep talk about crashing the boards. Like, what is it about her that makes a team want to buy into her? What she's saying?
Well, I think when you have a player that says those kinds of things, if it's not backed up with 2 things, it's empty. One is she has to be one of your hardest workers and most competitive players. But the team also has to trust that she always puts the team first. And Gabs has always proven that with her actions. It's not her words. Her words have power because of the deliberate actions and behaviors she's had over the last 3 years. So I think it's pretty, spectacular when I can speak so highly of so many players' character and work ethic. And that's really what we're going to hang our hat on this year is that kind of level of, selflessness, giving to your team, doing the work other people aren't willing to do. And Gabs leads the way in that. You guys good?
Thank you.
Hey, really appreciate you guys being here. It means a lot. We're going to have a great year together. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
You guys need Kiki, right?